A cat is a symbol of comfort, purring, house, food. But here's a fact that many people don't like. A domestic cat is a small, highly efficient predator, and even a well-fed cat often hunts anyway. In nature, felines are part of the balance, and in cities and on islands, sometimes the main reason for the disappearance of small animals. So who is she? A rat rescuer? Or an environmental disaster in a fluffy package? We analyze it without myths. Let's divide the two worlds at once. The first world is wild cats and other felines in their range. There they are embedded in the food chain. The second world is domestic cats that live on the street, self-driving, homeless, farms, yards. And it is the second world that creates most of the conflicts with nature. Today it will be 10 functions of cats in ecosystems and 10 facts that really surprise. 10 functions of cats in nature. 1. Regulation of small mammals. Cats specialize in small prey, mice, voles, baby rats. This is important in nature. Small mammals reproduce quickly. Without predators, their numbers explode. It hits plants and seeds, and it's changing the landscape. 2. Pest control near humans. Historically, cats have been entrenched alongside humans there, where it was necessary to keep rodents under control. Granaries, settlements, ports. That is, cat at the barn is not romantic. It's a job. But an important caveat, today street cats catch more than just rats. They catch everything that moves. 3. Impact on food chains as an average predator. A cat is a typical mesochichnik, not the top, but a very strong player. It regulates the number of prey, and thus it affects insects, plants, birds through a cascade. The ecosystem often breaks down not from monsters, but from such average predators if there are too many of them. 4. The filter of the weak, natural selection. Predators are more likely to take the weak, the sick, the unwary. It sounds harsh, but ecologically it improves the quality of prey populations, not morality, biology. 5. Food base for large predators. In the wild, felines themselves become prey. Lynxes, wild cats, and young individuals can be prey to wolves, large birds of prey, and others. That is, the cat is not only the control, but also the fuel for the upper levels of the chain. 6. Control of synanthropic species. Synanthropics are those who live near humans, house mice, some rats, and sometimes invasive small species. Cats can crush these animals, which themselves harm nature and humans. But again, a nuance. Cats do not choose the right prey. This is a hunt whenever possible. 7. Changing prey behavior. The fear effect. Even when the cat hasn't caught anyone, its scent, footprints, and presence cause prey to change behavior. Go out less, change routes, and hide. This reduces the activity of some species and changes the structure of the community. 8. Ecological restructuring on the islands. On islands, small animals often have no experience of living with felines. And when cats are brought in by people, local birds and animals find themselves without protection. Therefore, the influence of cats on the islands is especially destructive. This is not an opinion. This is a well-documented pattern. 9. Genetic pressure on wild cats. Where domestic cats come into contact with wild cats, hybrids are possible. This threatens the genetic purity of wild populations. That is, a cat influences nature not only with its teeth, but also with its genes. 10. Human impact indicator. If there are suddenly a lot of cats in a natural area, it is almost always a human footprint. Landfills, settlements, cottages, farms, complementary foods. The cat becomes a marker, where a person leaked into a wild environment. 10 unusual facts about mantises. 1. The female does not always eat the male. This is the main myth. Sexual cannibalism happens, but always is not true. In nature, the frequency strongly depends on the type and conditions, and this is not an obligatory part of reproduction. 2. Cannibalism among mantises is more often not about sex at all. Nymphs can eat each other, in close quarters, especially often. This reduces competition. Those who survive are the ones who grow. 3. Their weapons are not jaws but front legs. The front legs are prehensile, like a trap. They fix the prey, and only then the jaws turn on. 4. The mantis has excellent three-dimensional vision. He hunts more precisely because he estimates the distance well. For an insect, this is the top level. 5. The head can turn very much. Most insects can't do that. And the mantis can turn its head wide to guide the target without moving its body. 6. Many species have a single ear sensor on their chest, not on my head, and in the middle of the body. It is particularly sensitive to ultrasound, exactly what bats use. 7. Their ovipositor is a survival capsule. The female lays her eggs in a foam capsule. It protects the masonry from cold and drying. In many species, it is the eggs that survive the winter. 8. Mantises undergo molting, and they are vulnerable to molting. While the old shell is being dropped, they are almost defenseless, and they can become easy prey. 9. They are not one-day mosquitoes. The life cycle is longer. Often, the egg overwinters, the nymphs come out in spring, grow in summer, and grow up in autumn. This makes them a stable participant in the seasonal ecosystem. 10. Mantis can be useful and harmful at the same time. He eats pests, but it can also catch bees and other pollinators and other useful predators. That's why the honest conclusion is this: the mantis is not a saint or a demon. He's just an efficient, versatile predator. Conclusion: the mantis is a silent regulator. It affects insects. It affects the behavior of prey. It affects the predators that prey on it, and even the structure of food chains. This is not a pest control pet. It is part of a complex eco-network. And, as always, the key word is balance. If it was useful, subscribe. Here we analyze animals in such a way that it becomes clear who really keeps nature in working order. And write in the comments: did you previously think that the mantis was just a scary bug? Or do you now see it as a hunting engineer and ecosystem regulator?